In the dark and eerie forest, where the trees whispered secrets and shadows danced with malevolence, there lived a creature feared by all who had heard its name. The Thunderbird, a monstrous and vengeful being, was said to possess the power to control the very elements themselves. Its wings, as black as night, were said to bring forth thunderous storms and unleash bolts of lightning upon the unsuspecting. Legend had it that the Thunderbird was once a beautiful and majestic creature, but a curse had befallen it, turning it into a creature of horror and despair. Its once vibrant feathers had turned ashen, and its eyes glowed with an otherworldly light. It was said that anyone who gazed into those eyes would be consumed by an insatiable fear that would haunt them until their dying breath. The people of the nearby village lived in constant fear of the Thunderbird. They had tried to appease it with offerings and sacrifices, hoping to avoid its wrath, but nothing seemed to satisfy its hunger for revenge. The village had become a desolate place, its inhabitants living in a perpetual state of terror. One stormy night, as the rain poured relentlessly and lightning illuminated the sky, a young woman named Eliza found herself lost in the forest. She had been traveling through the nearby town when a sudden downpour forced her to seek shelter among the trees. Panic filled her heart as she realized she had strayed too far from the path, and darkness surrounded her. As Eliza stumbled through the forest, her heart pounding with fear, she heard a distant rumble of thunder. The sound grew louder and more menacing with each passing second, and she knew that the Thunderbird was near. Desperation took hold of her, and she ran blindly, hoping to escape its wrath. But just as she thought all hope was lost, a figure emerged from the shadows. It was a man, tall and mysterious, with eyes that seemed to hold both fear and determination. He extended a hand to Eliza, his voice filled with an eerie calmness. "Do not be afraid," he whispered. "I will protect you." With no other choice, Eliza took his hand, and they ran together through the storm. Lightning crackled above them, and the Thunderbird's screech echoed through the forest, but they pressed on, fueled by a courage born out of desperation. Finally, they reached a clearing, and the storm began to subside. The Thunderbird's power waned, and its furious cries turned into mournful wails. The man turned to Eliza, his eyes filled with sorrow. "I am the one who cursed the Thunderbird," he confessed. "Long ago, it was a creature of beauty, but my jealousy consumed me. I sought to control its power, but instead, I cursed it." Eliza looked at the man, her fear replaced by a mix of pity and understanding. "Is there a way to break the curse?" she asked, her voice filled with hope. The man nodded, a glimmer of hope in his eyes. "Only through an act of true selflessness can the Thunderbird be freed from its torment. But it will not be easy." Determined to help, Eliza and the man devised a plan. They would gather the villagers who had suffered for so long because of the curse, and together they would offer their own lives in exchange for the Thunderbird's freedom. As the villagers gathered in the clearing, their hearts filled with both fear and hope, the Thunderbird appeared before them. Its eyes glowed with a mixture of rage and despair, but as the villagers stepped forward, offering their lives willingly, a change came over the creature. With each sacrifice, the Thunderbird's feathers regained their vibrant colors, and its eyes softened with gratitude. And in a blinding flash of light, the curse was broken, leaving behind only a sense of peace and redemption. From that day forward, the Thunderbird became a symbol of hope rather than fear. It soared through the skies, bringing rain to nourish the land and lightning to illuminate the darkness. And the people of the village lived in harmony, forever grateful for the courage and selflessness that had saved them from the horrors of the Thunderbird.